Morning, everybody. Welcome to First Baptist. We got some really cool music going on today. We got a concert this afternoon, and one of the things that we need you to remember is when you leave, take this music with you. Take the feeling, take the endorphin rush, take all the things, this family, this time, this place, take it with you. Because sometimes we come to church, and I'm guilty of this. I come to church, and I see my friends, and we have a good time, and I get to go out and have lunch, and kind of lose track of what we're here for. And this is something that you can hold on to. You can leave, you can hum this song. You can see somebody else and be like, man, the music today was amazing. It was great. The sermon today lifted me up. I feel so awesome. Take that with you. Allow that to be infectious. Like, if we were as infectious as we are right now, this place would be to the rafters. And I just want you guys to be with us. Now, will you guys stand? We're going to sing Glorious Day. I was buried beneath my shame. Who could carry that kind of weight? It was my tomb till I met you. I was breathing but not alive. All my failures I tried to hide. It was my tomb till I met you. You called my name and I ran out of that grave. Out of the darkness into your glorious day. You called my name and I ran out of that grave. Out of the darkness into your glorious day. Now your mercy has saved my soul. Now your freedom is all that I know. The old made new. Yeah. Jesus, when I met you, you called my name and I ran out of that grave. Out of the darkness into your glorious day. You called my name and I ran out of that grave. Out of the darkness into your glorious day.
Okay, bring it down now, boys.
I needed rescue, my sin was heavy, but chains break at the weight of your glory. I needed shelter, I was an orphan, now you call me a citizens of heaven. When I was broken, you were my healing, now your love is the air that I'm breathing. I have a future, my eyes are open, 'cause when you call my name, I ran out of that grave. Out of the darkness into your glorious day. Before I spoke a word, you were singing over me. You have been so, so good to me. Before I took a breath, you breathed your life in me. You have been so, so kind to me. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh, it chases me down, but still I'm found, leaves the 99, and I couldn't earn it, and I don't deserve it. Still, you give yourself away. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Yeah, yeah. When I was your foe, still your love fought for me. And you have been so, so good to me. And I felt no worth, you paid it all for me. You have been so, so kind to me. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh, it chases me down, but still I'm found, leaves a 99. And I couldn't earn it, and I don't deserve it. Still, you give yourself away. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, line you won't tear down, come to me. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't
Bowing here, I find my rest. Without you, I fall apart. You're the one that guides my heart. Lord, I need you. Oh, I need you. Every hour I need you. My one defense, my righteousness. Oh God, how I need you. Where sin runs deep, your grace is more. Where grace is found is where you are. Where you are, Lord, I am free. Holiness is Christ in me. Lord, I need you. Oh, I need you. Every hour I need you. My one defense, my righteousness. Oh God, how I need you. So teach my song to rise to you when temptation comes my way. When I cannot stand, I'll fall on you. Jesus, you're my hope and stay. Lord, I need you. Oh, I need you. Every hour I need you. My one defense, my righteousness. Oh God, how I need you. You're my one defense, my righteousness. Oh God, how I need you. You're my one defense, my righteousness. Oh God, how I need you.
We're on our Becoming Dangerous sermon series. 2 weeks ago, we talked about how safe is the new lost. We talked about how comfort had quietly become one of our greatest threats. Last week, we talked about how taking that first step in anything can be terrifying, and how courage doesn't arrive before the movement, it shows up the moment you move. So this morning, I want to expand on that kind of idea a little bit, that once you leave the safe harbor and start moving, you may suddenly see the darkness around you. But today I want to help you to not see that as something to fear, but as something that you are born to disrupt. You're born to disrupt that darkness that kind of comes into our lives sometimes. And here's the one thing I want you to get before you leave today. You don't need to be powerful to change the world. You just need to stop underestimating what God can do through you. You know, when I was at Mosaic in Los Angeles a year and a half ago, it was really interesting. I got to talk to one of the ladies who volunteers there, and we were talking about how to recruit volunteers for church, and she was telling me some of the stuff that they do, and she said, you need to talk to one of the pastors. She pointed him out to me, and she said, you need to get together with him. He's like an expert at getting people to volunteer for different things. And I'm like, okay, I will talk to him. And so I cornered him later on, and I started asking him questions, and he's like, it's not that big a deal. You just connect people with things they're passionate about, and people want to volunteer for that kind of stuff, and it's not doing anything special. And, he did not want to talk about himself. He did not want to talk about what he was doing. He wanted to talk about me, which is probably one of the reasons he was so good at recruiting volunteers. And so he wanted to ask me a lot of questions. What's your church like? What do you want to do there? What are your goals? What's your vision for that place? And I can't remember exactly what I said, but I think I said something to him like, I want to create a place where everyone who comes through the doors, regardless of what they've done or what's gone wrong in their life, that they know that they're loved, that they matter. I want to create a place where people can come and experience God in a way that changes their lives, where they don't have to be who they've always been. I want to create a place where we don't tell people who they should be, but where we help them discover who they can become, who they are always meant to be. And he looked at me and he's like, you want to be dangerous. And I thought, probably not the way I would have ever thought about it before, but I knew what he meant. I'm like, yeah, I do. Want to be dangerous. There's something inside of you, there's something inside of all of you that refuses to accept the world as it is. Something inside of you that wants to be dangerous to the status quo, wants to be dangerous to the way things have always been. And you feel that when you see injustice. You feel that when you see pain. You feel that when you see people living without hope. Because there's a part of you, right, inside that says, this isn't how it's supposed to be. Because you're not created to adapt to the darkness. You're created to disrupt it. Matthew 5:13-16, Jesus says, you are the salt of the earth. But what good is salt if it has lost its flavor? Can you make it salty again? It will be thrown out and trampled underfoot as worthless. You are the light of the world, like a city on a hilltop that cannot be hidden. No one lights a lamp and then puts it under a basket. Instead, a lamp is placed on a stand where it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your good deeds shine out for all to see so that everyone will praise your Father in heaven. Jesus is saying those words looking at a group of ordinary, insecure, unqualified people on a hillside. Fishermen, tax collectors, zealots. He doesn't say, one day, if you try really hard, you might become. No, he looks at them dead in the eye and declares, you are the salt of the earth. You are the light of the world. Not you should try to be, not you should be, you are. He says a city on a hill cannot be hidden. People don't light a lamp and put it under a basket. They put it on a stand so it gives light to everyone in the house. And you can do that because you already are the light of the world. Let your light shine before others so that they may see your good works and glorify your Father who is in heaven. Jesus is saying, you are the strategy. But somewhere along the way, we learned that faith is a private thing. Keep it personal, keep it quiet, keep it contained. Don't make it uncomfortable for anybody. Don't make it visible. Don't let it disrupt anything. But light doesn't exist to be hidden. Light exists to be seen. And when light shows up, it doesn't negotiate with darkness. It banishes it. In Acts 17, Paul and a few other believers, they come into Thessalonica, and the whole city is in an uproar. And they're worried about these men, and they go looking for Paul, and they can't find Paul. But the officials of the city, they drag Jason, who's been giving Paul a place to stay. They drag him before the city council, and they say, these men who have turned the world upside down have come here now also. Not these powerful men, not these educated men, not these wealthy, connected men, just these men these light-bearing, salt-seasoning, darkness-disrupting men. And the world has never been the same. Imagine that being said about you. Not that you attended church, not that you believed all the right things, but that your life was so alive, so aligned with Jesus, that it disrupted the world around you. But too often we've settled for a passive faith. We've reduced faith to something internal. Well, what we believe, what we feel, what we think. But Jesus never called us to a passive faith. He called us to a present faith, a faith that shows up. In Isaiah 58, God is talking to religious people who are fasting and they're praying and they're going through all the right motions. They look good. Yet these people are wondering why heaven feels silent. And so God asked them this question in Isaiah 58, verses 6 to 8. He says, is not this the kind of fasting I have chosen? Not the fasting where you don't eat and you're in sackcloth and ashes, but to loose the chains of injustice and not untie the cords of the yoke, to set the oppressed free and break every yoke. Is it not to share your food with the hungry and provide the poor wanderer with shelter? When you see the naked, to clothe them and to not turn away from your own flesh and blood, then your light will break forth like the dawn. Do you hear what God is saying? He's saying light doesn't come from what you say, it comes from what you do. Your light doesn't break forth because you posted the perfect Bible verse on Instagram. Your light breaks forth when you live fully alive in the places where darkness is winning. Because you are the strategy. The church has spent too many years waiting for the darkness to get better before we show up. We've treated faith like a spectator sport. Show up on Sunday, consume a good message, hopefully, feel inspired, then go back to our safe, passive lives. But passive faith has never changed a city. Passive faith has never set a captive free. Passive faith has never caused hell to tremble. But active impact does. So when you step into people's brokenness with love and with courage and with compassion, your life becomes light. You are the strategy. We keep waiting for God to fix things, to change things, to intervene. And all the while, God is looking at us. Because we are the strategy. Not someday, not when we feel more qualified, but right now. And the problem is not that the world is too dark. It's that too many of us have decided to dim our light. And Jesus says something in that passage in Matthew that we sometimes kind of gloss over. He says, no one lights a lamp and puts it under a bowl. Of course not. Why? Because that would be dumb. And yet we do it all the time. We hide what God has placed inside of us. And let's be honest. One of the reasons we don't live as light is because, that makes us visible. And being visible means we're vulnerable. We think to ourselves, what if people judge me? What if I say the wrong thing? What if I don't make a difference? What if I do all this and it's for nothing? So we shrink, we blend in, we stay quiet. But light was never meant to blend in. So what does active impact look like, in real life? Well, it looks like the teacher who stays after school to mentor the kid who everybody else has given up on. It looks like the mechanic who fixes a single mom's car for free and tells her Jesus paid for this one. It looks like the executive who refuses to cut corners even when it costs him a promotion. It looks like the college student who starts a Bible study in the dorm that everyone says is too dark for God to reach. It looks like the stay-at-home mom who turns her kitchen table into a place of refuge for other moms who are drowning in loneliness. It's like people who don't wait until they feel powerful. They just simply stop underestimating what God could do through them. And the darkness, when that happens, the darkness starts to lose ground. Because light doesn't fight darkness. Light just simply shows up. And when light shows up, darkness has to flee. You know, I've been thinking about high school lately. And, you know, I don't know how your high school was, but my high school has got a lot of mixed feelings for me. You know, pretty much a good kid, but I have regrets about things I did in high school. A couple things if I could do them over again, I certainly would. And I don't tell you that to make you feel sorry for me. I just tell you that to say that it was a kind of a mixed bag, you know. There were bad things and good things. There were things I did good. There were things that I'm kind of proud about. You know, I was friends with a lot of people in high school who maybe didn't have a lot of friends. Friends with people maybe who others saw them living kind of on the edge of normal, you know. I think of people who like I knew from my neighborhood or went to church with me, or I'm not sure how I knew all of them, but, you know, I was friends with people who weren't always, you know, the normal kids. One kid, Richie, everybody called him Martian, and he was pretty famous for saying, "I'm not weird, I'm just unique." And he was unique. I think of another one of my friends, John Botcher, and everybody just called him Botcher. And Botcher was, you know, kind of famous for, you know, we don't usually talk about this in church, but he was famous for passing gas, you know. And I remember one time we were at a Youth for Christ meeting. Actually, we were at my ex-wife's house that day. It was, I think we were watching a video or something. It was one of those quiet moments. And, you know, passing gas, sometimes it sneaks up on you. It can surprise you. And that was one of those days where I got surprised. You know, I'm like, and it was loud, but I'm a quick thinker. And Botcher was sitting right next to me. So I said, "Botcher." He's like, "What?" Everyone believed he did it. That's what you get from his reputation. So, yeah, he was like, "What?" He had no idea who had really done it, but later on I told him. He forgave me because, you know, later on I actually was best man at his wedding. And then there's another guy from high school I remember, Jerry Michelson, and he's the one I really want to talk about today. You know, Jerry was kind of a girl. He was a kind of a delicate flower, so he's a little different. And my senior year in high school, for some reason, I can't remember what the deal was with his church he'd been going to. His mom went to, I think, the Lutheran church in town. And she was very, like, involved and stuff. But he started coming to youth group at my church. Like I said, I don't remember why. But, like, the first Sunday night that he came to youth group was the Sunday night that we elected officers for youth group for the year. You know, president, vice president, treasurer, and secretary. And no one wanted to be treasurer and secretary because those offices involved, you know, actual work. But president and vice president, yes. And I had my eyes set on being president that year, my senior year. And my friend Daryl, I had the idea he was going to be vice president. And we had it all, like, planned out in our heads, you know. But Jerry came. That was his first Sunday night that he came to youth group. And my sister, who was 3 years younger than me, she was in junior high. She had her little junior high clique, you know, in youth group. And they were bigger than my senior high clique. So they took a liking to Jerry, you know. And so on that first week that he was there, they elected him president. I was like so mad, honestly. My sister, betrayed by my sister. And later on, I'm talking to her. I'm like, what are you doing? This is the first Sunday he's ever been in youth group, and you elect him president. My sister's really smart, you know, so she's not stupid. Wasn't anything like that. And she's like, well, you know, we just felt like he needed it more than you did. Who could argue with something like that? Just kindness, you know? So Jerry was our youth group president my senior year in high school. And you know, I always thought like Jerry was gay because he seemed kind of like a girl a little bit. And he was sort of a, you know, delicate person. Things really bothered him sometimes, you know, certain things. And so one day we're coming back from an area youth event, and I'm driving in one car with a few of the senior high boys, and my mom is driving the station wagon, our station wagon, with everybody else. And that one's jam-packed full of all the rest of the kids. And in that car is Jerry and Botcher, okay? So we're driving along, and they're behind us, and all of a sudden they come up. We're on a 4-lane highway, and they come beside us, and Jerry starts rolling down the window. And I'm like, well, maybe they want to stop or something. You know, this is before cell phones, so this is how you communicated back then. So I'm rolling down my window, and I'm thinking he's going to tell me, hey, we're going to stop at this restaurant here for a snack or something, or someone needs to go to the bathroom. I don't know. So he's rolling down the window, and he leans out the window, and he's like, Botcher farted. And then he puked. And at 60 miles an hour, all of that went down the side of my mom's station wagon. And who do you think got to clean that up the next day? Payback. It truly is the B word. But you know, I think about Jerry, and it must have been hard for him in high school. We lived in a conservative, blue-collar town, just a lot like Ottawa. And I don't think, as a kind of naive high school student, I didn't really realize how hard it probably was for him. I was kind of oblivious to that because, honestly, I didn't care if he was gay or not. It didn't make any difference at all to me. He was just Jer, you know, he was who he was. But I do remember him wanting to kind of deny that in high school, deny that was true, that he was gay. I remember one time at lunch, he's chasing one of the girls around. She's a very religious girl, Tracy Milky. She's married to a pastor now. She's written like 14 books. But he's chasing her around the lunchroom, like he's into her or something. And I think he was trying to like kiss her. I don't remember. But I just remember thinking like, Jer, he's trying so hard, you know. But later in life, he was out of the closet and open about what I had always been really sure about. But he was my friend. It never occurred to me that was a reason to be unkind. But I'm also sure, you know, now that life had extra challenges for him because he lived on the edge of what a lot of people would call normal. But I've been thinking about him a lot lately because later in life he had all kinds of health problems. It seemed like every few months I'd see on Facebook that he was back in the hospital. And at one point he had open heart surgery. And in February this year, he died. And he knew he was dying. And until his passing, I never really gave a whole lot of thought about what an incredible gift it can be to know that you're dying. But I felt like with him, it really was this incredible gift, you know? Because on February 6th on Facebook, he posted, he said, "News on Jer. I decided to move my hospice care to all comfort care. I'm tired. I hurt, I'm in pain, and it doesn't go away." And he went on to talk about how hard it was to breathe and the medications he's taking. And then he finishes by saying, just know that I love you all. I hope my mission with Jesus is a learned lesson for all of us, as Jesus showed me. You are all part of the best of my life. Number 1, Jesus. Number 2, my mom. Number 3, all of you, and much more. Remember that I will love you always. And then 6 days later, on February 12th, he was gone. But in between February 6th and February 12th, man, so many people sent such beautiful, kind, thoughtful messages. Things like, you're an amazing soul. You will never be forgotten. Thank you for your kindness and grace. You really are the best of us. And a lot of people talked about his kindness and his positivity. But the thing that got me, the thing that really got me is that this person who probably had more reason than most of us to want to keep his faith quiet, how over and over and over again people talked about Jesus. And as I read those comments, I just kept thinking, I hope that when I die, that people talk about Jesus that much. Because if they do, I'll know that my life made a difference. I'll know that the light from my life wasn't shining on me, it was shining on him. And if this person who had no obvious power, who you would think had such little chance of influencing others, could make that kind of impact, then what excuse do any of us have to not do the same? So this morning, I'm not asking you to become something that you're not. I'm asking you to stop hiding who you already are. You are the light of the world. The same Spirit that raised Jesus from the dead lives in you. So here's the question I want you to carry with you this week. Where is the darkness winning in your world? And what would it look like for you to simply show up? Not with a perfect plan, not with all the answers, just with the light that you already carry. Because you don't need to be powerful to change the world. You just need to stop underestimating what God can do through you. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being present. You don't need more knowledge. You need more courage to live what you already know. Because when you step into the darkness with light, you don't just change the environment, you reveal God. So here's the question. Where are you meant to shine? Where has God already placed you? Where's God already placed you that you've been treating as ordinary, but it's actually your assignment? Because you don't have to go somewhere. You have to go somewhere else to make a difference. You just have to wake up to where you already are. So if you're here today, and you've been hiding your light, you've been playing it small, staying quiet, holding back, I want to invite you to commit right now. What's that one place where you're committing to show up? Where you're ready to stop blending in. You're ready to live visible. Ready to let your life actually make a difference. Let's pray together. Father, you put something inside every person here, a light that was never meant to be hidden. Right now, if you are thinking about a place where you need to let your light shine, and you are pledging to commit to bringing a little light to that darkness, I want you to raise your hand right now so I can pray for you. If there's one place that you know God is calling you to make a difference, to let your light shine, raise your hand right now and I'll pray for you. Father, pray that you give us the courage to live visible lives, to step into dark places without fear, and to trust that you will use us more than we can imagine. Let our lives not just reflect you, but reveal you. Maybe today you've never crossed the line of faith, and this is the moment where you know God is calling you to take a step, to give him your life for the first time. If that's you today, I ask you to raise your hand so I can pray for you. Father, we thank you for the chance for us to be in this place. We thank you for those who are committing their life to showing your light to the world, Father, to make a difference in dark places. And we pray that you would give us strength and courage and trust you that we are enough with you. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
All right, we have this last song. It's called What an Awesome God, and it's kind of new by Phil Wickham, and I love it. It's got a lot of lyrics, so we're going to need your help. So if you guys would stand, we're going to sing this one last song. God is great, give him all the praise. Hallelujah, name above all names. Fire in his eyes, healing in his veins. Everywhere is glory on display. Take a look at those stars, he can name them all. Before his throne, every knee falls. The demons have to run, the angels have to praise, and even the wind and waves obey. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. And even when I ran, he didn't run away. He came and put death back in its place. Friday on the cross, broken for my shame. Sunday morning rose up from that grave. Take a look at those scars on his hands and feet. Saved our souls for eternity. Worthy is the Lamb, glory to the King. Oh, let saints and angels sing. Sing it, church. Is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. Eyes on the sky, there will be a day. He will come and wipe our tears away. No more fear, no more pain, no more sorrow, sin, and shame. The King is coming back, he's back again. A reign of love that will never end. For everything you've done, and everything you do, and everything you are, I'll sing to you. My God, you're an awesome God, you're great. In all you do, I'm made to worship you, my God. You're an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. He God, what an awesome God. We love you guys. Have a great day. We hope to see you at 2 o'clock. Let's jam this place and have a good night of music. We love you.